Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. All right, guys, so welcome back. This is episode 9. We were talking about ascending beyond control dramas, and we're just going to pick up with that conversation in this session. I was leaving off on talking about the different control dramas and connected to the Interrogator and the Intimidator. And so I'm going to just go into the Intimidator one now, which was kind of connected to the story with my dad that I was sharing. The Intimidator is the most aggressive drama. And this type of drama is often used to make threats, to threaten people, to use force, and to use intimidation in order to control and steal energy from people. So anybody that's ever been in an abusive childhood or abusive relationship knows what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah. Because when you feel someone is coming at you, lashing out at you, they're trying to scare you. Like, I'm not going to give names on this person because in my opinion, they don't even deserve to be given any kind of glory for it. But I was in a very, very challenging relationship about a year ago, which Cindy knows about. And often that person would rant and rave and be raging and angry and very just pissy person, honestly. And I had a lot of hope and faith in inspiring them to heal and doing my best. And I was often very patient and supportive. And if I ever even shared like what they were doing or saying made me feel, I was attacked and yelled at and told how much drama, like what drama I was bringing. And so energetically, that would be an intimidator. They're basically taking your energy. They want everything in life to revolve around them. So they bring tension. Those kind of people do not know how to exist really in peace and harmony. When they're around peace and harmony, they're going to fuck up the party. They want to bring tension. They want to make you feel triggered. They want your nervous system to be shaken, and they want you to be constantly tuning into them. And so if you think of what that would look like and feel like energetically, that is a person that is like a parasite. They are sucking the life force out of you. And I feel like it's important to talk about this, not because I want any kind of revenge on the person, or even because I need to talk about it for myself, because I've healed it in myself. But I feel that this is something that is happening a lot on planet Earth. Yeah. With people feeling caught up in energies where they love someone and they feel that love means sacrificing your own needs. Love means being eternally patient and unconditionally loving and unconditionally tolerant of abuse for another's potential. And I'm here to say that is some fucked up shit. And if you leave it unchecked, it will fuck up your life. It will mess up your nervous system. It will cause your body to have health issues. You will have issues in all parts of your life. You'll be throwing your money away. Everything will be being sucked from you. And I feel like it's so important to talk about, just so that people understand that dynamic of, there's so many names. Like, I researched the shit out of narcissism. I really do feel like, as far as the definition of narcissism, this person was nailing it and definitely a narcissist. But energetically, I feel like if we don't give it labels and we just look at the energy dynamics, it was someone in their childhood that learned to play and go from a spectrum of I'm a victim and now I'm a villain. And so because I'm a victim, I am going to justify my villainy. Yes. And so because you've done this, I'm going to do this and justify it. And so I've had so many interactions with humans that have played this. And I think it makes sense when you're especially born into a family where there's a lot of abuse and toxic patterns.
Yes.
Because that's what the whole family's fucking doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what we look at as, okay, I guess this is family and this is love. Energetically, I remember even as a child feeling like I didn't belong there.
Yeah.
And it was real and true. But energetically, I knew I was here for some reason. And like, how do I help these people? And so I remember saying to my ex-husband when we were reconnecting to talk and like work through some things, that I felt like the character in Happy Feet where he gets exiled from the whole family and he's questioning things. He's like, something's wrong. Like, we got to figure out where the fish are. What's going on? And they're just exiling him and casting him out and blaming it all on him. And he just leaves like, I got to go find out where the fucking fish are, like figure it out. And so energetically in my life, I felt very much like that character where I wasn't given a lot of love and sympathy or kindness from relatives, but I went to go see what the fuck was going on. Like, I went to find the medicine. And so as like a shamanic healer that had, before I understood that about myself, I was on that journey for the medicine from very young. Like, this family is sick. There's something wrong here. And I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. It's bad. It's rotten.
Yeah.
And so in a family dynamic, that takes a lot of courage to look at something and see in your family that you love your family.
Yeah.
But you also love yourself. And sometimes loving yourself means you have to cut ties with certain people, or you have to give yourself space. Like, maybe that person will come along and they will go on their journey and heal and they'll figure it out. And then you can come back together. But I feel like coming back to that toxic relationship, the dating relationship, if you're in a relationship where you feel like you're constantly putting your needs aside to appease somebody's demons, and you feel like the whole journey is that you're loving the potential of what they can be, I'm going to just say, really pay attention to that and realize what a red flag that is.
Yeah.
And realize how all the love you're pouring into this person that's giving you none, if you just see what you're doing and you stop, you could change it and pour all that love into yourself and become a much more empowered person, which is what I've done.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like I kind of, that shamanic healer, I go into situations, walk through that fire, meet the edges of that, understand what it is, and then we're going to illuminate, we're going to transmute it, and then we're going to illuminate and educate anyone who wants to listen. So there's times where we got to look at why we're on a path, not see it as a victim,
right?
But okay, why am I here? What the fuck are we doing? What are we burning down? Like, holy shit, this is stuff from my childhood. Mm-hmm. It is in my face. I am dancing with the devil toe to toe. So this earth angel and this demonic energy, what are we choosing here? Because I had to choose ascension. I'm choosing heaven on earth. You want to stay in hell? So be it.
Yeah.
But that, I feel like I've known so many souls like my own earth angels that are very empathic, sweet, compassionate beings. We've got to take our power back. We've got to stop sacrificing ourselves for others and think that that is love.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any thoughts on that? That just came through really hot. That's important, guys.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, last night when I was kind of meditating, just before falling asleep, I was getting in. I was like, I have put into a family member who has those types of energies, so much love, like focused so much love and gifts and energy to this person. And they just like
keep taking, sucking it eternally till you're empty.
Yes.
And that is what they will do.
Yeah.
So are you getting your illumination that you need right now?
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, so I'm like, why am I focusing all this on this person? They need to heal themselves.
Yes.
I cannot do that. I cannot love them into that.
No.
And I was like,
that is it right there. I cannot love someone enough into their choice to heal.
Yeah.
That is fucking truth right there.
Yeah.
You can love them, But if your love them equals not loving self and having terrible boundaries and just pouring all your resources into something that isn't even wanting it or showing any kind of gratitude or desire for it, it's literally an addiction in you to pour into others at the cost of self. I got to save all these and then I will feel worthy enough to save myself. But what if you just stop that game and say, I choose to save myself? I'm healing myself, which is what I see you doing.
Yes.
That's why that's coming up for you.
Yes.
So that you can see this has been an obstacle. It's been a distraction from your own journey of self-healing and self-empowerment. Does that make sense?
Yes. Totally.
Okay. Anything else you feel about that one that you want to share?
Just that I made the decision. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to retract my energy back and use that for myself.
Yes.
And for other people who
appreciate
it. Yes.
Yes. It's interesting because the client that was saying the thing about the kid, and I was really tuning in. I'm like, it's fascinating how often we can be wanting so much the approval, or we want to save these ones. Like we have like an addiction to being needed by these ones.
Oh, yes.
And these ones don't want none of our shit. They're everything they can do to say, go away, go away. Like, I don't want your shit. I don't want you. I don't want your wisdom. I don't want your fun little quirky self. Go away. And we get this addiction to getting that approval from those people at the cost of these people right here who would love to hang out with us, who would love to pour into us, who think our quirky self is amazing. And like, it's self-sabotage because you're putting your energy over here where it's not wanted. It's not excited. No one's excited to see you here. They're going to make sure that you know that they are not impressed. So something deep in our inner child that felt not enough would go to that, thinking that is normal and familiar, and would completely push this magic away because that just feels way too good to be true. Do you see the sabotage in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Why? So, you know, it's good to see this. So back to this Intimidator, energetics that, you know, when people are using drama and threats and force, intimidation, I am not a person that likes to get into political discussions, but I am going to say the stuff I'm talking about today is truthful and it affects every individual on planet Earth. I don't care what social class you're born into. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care. I care about everyone. But my point is, it doesn't matter if you are a politician or if you are a CEO of a business or if you are a homeless person on the streets or you're a house mom, you know, doing your best to help the kids not tear up the house today. Energetically, this aggressive drama and these threats and force and intimidation, this shit is shit. It is not going to bring us anything beautiful on planet Earth. It's not going to bring beauty to our relationships. If you are a person that treats your girlfriend or your wife like that, or your husband or boyfriend like that, you're not going to have a beautiful relationship with them. If you do that to your children, if you do that to your friends, if you do that to your parents, if you do it to your coworkers, if you do it to the people that aren't wearing the right color meat suit, if you're trying to intimidate foreigners, it doesn't matter how you play the game. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's out of alignment, period. It isn't even about any teams you belong to. I don't give a shit what football team you like or what political team you like. If the energy is this, it is out of fucking alignment. And that is not a soul that you should be following. It is not a soul you should be giving your power to. And the thing that I loved, if you guys get a chance to read the book Celestine Prophecy, highly recommend it. If you get a chance to watch the movie, highly recommend it, because the book gives you way more information. The movie gives you lots of visual. And I feel between the two, you will get a really clear picture of what he's expressing as far as the evolution of humanity is concerned.
Okay.
But energetically, we cannot expect to have a beautiful world and a beautiful planet or a beautiful body, a beautiful relationship, and be doing this shit. It just isn't possible. And so in the movie, I'm going to say in the movie, yes, in the movie, he shows a scene where there's a guy who's very much being the intimidator, interrogator, and the guy who's near him is like so confused and he's trying to think for himself and a friend of his comes over and he won't tune into the intimidator's energy and he looks at him and says, come on, you're being affected by this. Come with me. And he feels enough trust in that friend to go, you're right, something's not right. So he goes with him. And as soon as he gets away, the friend says, what were you feeling when you were around him? He said, I felt confused. I felt like I couldn't think for myself. I felt fearful, like my energy was shut down. That is what intimidator energies are doing on purpose. They are trying to shut everyone down. They are trying to make people afraid. They're trying to make people submit their power. And it is an energetic game. They are taking energy. So the more you tune into those kind of people, you are literally giving them energy. And that is what they want. They are feeding off collective fear, collective anxiety. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we can do this small, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, to familial, the whole family dynamic, to corporation, to state, to country, to planetary, and then take it even bigger, right. Galactic, interdimensional, like multidimensional. But energetically, we need to understand this to not keep giving it our energy. If we're even sitting at home listening to the news and we're feeling so anxious and we're feeling so intimidated and like powerless, that is affecting us. It is literally your body and everything in you telling you, this is affecting me. I don't feel powerful. I don't feel plugged in.
Yeah.
That's your cue to go away from the TV, away from the news, the noise, the program, because it is a program. Tune in. Let us tell you what shit you need to be afraid of, and let us take your energy.
Yes.
So if you turn it off, tune out, go plug in with the nature in the forest, and you sit with spirit and you open yourself to receive downloads, information, you will be so plugged in. I know I will never run out of anything to share on this podcast because I'm plugged in. Mm-hmm. So whatever will be relevant will come through right when it needs to. The people who are meant to find this will be drawn here.
Yeah.
Because they're ready. The people who are drawn in that are ready but are also scared and maybe having a lot of problems, they will see and feel and hear the information, and it will trigger the fuck out of them. And like I say to Cindy, my energy, source's energy, my finger is lit right now. I feel like I could electrocute something. It is like energy coming through. The people that see me as inspiration or are triggered, mm-hmm. It's all medicine. So it isn't up to me or even my business how someone receives the information. Did it trigger you? Did it get you curious? Did it inspire you? Because that is yours to handle. That's yours to process.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah. Do yourself a favor and turn off the news.
Yes.
I did that years ago. And when I finally really started kind of sitting back and observing, I'm like, that's interesting how they're using their tone of voice and the speed of how they're speaking. And
yes,
I was like, oh my God, this is such
much
a bullshit
program.
Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, if I need news, I'll maybe read headlines. And I'm like, that's more than enough.
Yes.
And I don't even need to do that. That's just my preference.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Esther Hicks often. They did the Getting Into the Vortex, and Esther Hicks has all kinds of amazing little clips you can find on YouTube. But she would be channeling and explaining, how there's all this information. We can tune into truth and wisdom, and we can be plugged in with source. We're in the vortex. We're manifesting like magic. Mm-hmm. We're living a happy, amazing life. Or we could choose to be struggling and like, oh my God, all these people are doing wrong. Look at all these religious people doing wrong things. Look at all these political people doing wrong things. I am so angry. I'm going to make my own blog about what is wrong. And I'm angsty and I'm anti this and I'm against this. And you think in a sense that you're doing it to make a difference, but really you're just a part of that machine of the angst and the tension and the frustration. Mm. And it literally affects your body.
Yeah.
I remember my mom, one time I was talking to her on the phone, and her boyfriend at the time had the news going, always Fox News, always like And she was like, God damn, I'm going to lose my mind if he doesn't turn off that fucking news. And she was really tense. And I go, Mom, what's going on in your body right now? She goes, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. And I said, Mom, you're at your house, right? And she goes, yeah. I go, that's your house. Tell him to turn that off, and you don't want that playing in your house. If he wants to listen to it, he can go somewhere else. And she's like, oh, well, I don't know. And it showed this is a woman that's afraid to stand up for herself in her own house, to have boundaries in her own house. I love my mom, but oh my God, did she really wear that like a beacon on her energy field? Like, yes. Come and take advantage of me. Oh. Because she had this misalignment in her. She had a lot of trauma that she never really healed. And in relation to that trauma, it was like drew in the people to take advantage. And I learned that from her. And that was something in my childhood I had to purify. Like, I'm not carrying her shit forward anymore. I'm not drawn in these energies anymore. This is my fucking house. I can have a say here. So you see these things, we can learn them, but we have to see, what are we learning? Are we learning amazing magical things, or are we carrying some fucked up shit with us that is not serving us?
Yeah.
And so when my mom did turn the news off later and I checked in with her, she was like, man, I feel so much better because it's off. And I was like, Mom, just keep it off. But this is something we have to look at. Like I was saying with the client who has almost an addiction to getting the approval from those people. There is a lot of humans have an addiction to tuning into fucked up shit. I have an addiction to see what's wrong in the world. I have an addiction to see what's going wrong. What's fucked up. Let me go look for reels. Let me go look for stories. Let me go scroll along in social media and see what's wrong in the world. And it's an addiction.
Yes.
To drama.
Yeah.
And so really in the Gene Keys, he talks about the shadow frequency is all about addiction and drama. And as we ascend into the gift frequency, to some humans, it might seem like that's boring. Mm-hmm. When you ascend up to peace and you're in that peace and harmony, because you're not chasing the addictive hits of drama.
Yes.
But oh my God, is it peaceful up here? It's peaceful. It's present. It's playful. It's harmonious. It's really what deep inside we all want to get back to. But because we're so unconsciously addicted to drama, we keep ourselves from getting in the elevator. I look at it so simply, like getting in the elevator, hitting the button to the 12th floor. I'm going up.
Yeah.
So if you guys are struggling and you're tuning into all the bullshit and you feel powerless, check in and be curious about that, because that is your cue that you could be doing something much more powerful, more empowering and powerful. You could be plugging into a higher frequency. You could be sitting in nature, appreciating the trees. You could be out planting flowers. You could be, getting a massage and giving yourself self-love. There's so many things you could be doing that are beneficial and beautiful that are not about the addictive drama. And that is what I'm going to leave you with today. So anything you want to say before we sign off on this segment of Ascending Beyond Control Dramas?
All right, I'm going to.
And it's okay. We're going a little longer, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I will say I can feel I'm being nudged.
Okay.
To give up reading the bad news. Mm-hmm. Because it has been impacting me. Like if I'm on social media and I end up with a lot of that in my feed, and I try to limit it anyhow,
trigger
but
you. You feel the warmth.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The hit. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yes.
Yeah. But beautiful for you to have the awareness and to see, like, it's kind of like, if I know, like, imagine I gave you cake every day and I had a little bit of poison in it. And you're like, oh, I don't feel so good. But man, I love cake. And I'm like, here, I gave you a bigger piece of cake, a little more poison in it. And each day you're eating more and more poison and you keep feeling sicker and sicker. Do you see where you're headed?
Yeah.
And that's like tuning into the noise of the collective drama and the pain and the suffering. It doesn't mean you can't, if energy comes to you and you're meant to know about it, because Spirit has a way of letting me know stuff where I'm not chasing any kind of noise. And if a message comes or some kind of situation, I can tune in and say, Spirit, protect this situation, or protect these people, help them to see, help them to learn what they need to learn from this situation that they are creating in their movie. Because we're all creating in our movie, all of us.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on, I'm not here to save the world. None of us are. But we're all here to love and come back to ourselves and plug in with Source. And in doing so, we will save the world. But we each have to do that part in ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you see how it's not about us going and rescuing someone else from their hell? I could be throwing, what are those things you throw in the pool?
Like a buoy or
buoy thing, or I'm like throwing them a little
life
line.
jacket. Yes.
Hey, do you want to get out of that swamp of hell? And they're like, fuck you, you don't even love me. Blah, blah, blah. They're like taking in water. And I'm like, no, literally, like just grab the buoy. I'm going to pull you. And they're like, fuck off. I don't need your help. Energetically, that's sometimes what we have to recognize is that being wants to suffer. They want to drown. They want to take in water. And maybe they won't do it till death. They might do it until they're like, holy fuck, what am I doing? And then they float on their back and think about it for a little bit and then paddle over to the shore. But energetically, it is not my responsibility to make that soul want to drink the medicine rather than the poison.
Yes.
And so all I can do in my life is drink the medicine and be the medicine and inspire through the light that I am being. And those who want that will be drawn like moth to a flame. And those that are not ready for it or are angry about it will be like, fuck you and your medicine. And they will go and consume large amounts of poison.
Yes.
And that is okay because free will.
Mm.
So we're going to end on that. Free will, guys. What are you going to do today to show yourself love? The love you've always been deserving of. Contemplate that. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.